What is the best method to pay off your debt? That is the question I want to address today. Before we get to that, though, if we haven't met, my name is Aimee Cerka. I'm the go-to money confidence coach for making money simple with straight to the point strategies, all so that you can make more money in less time. So, what is the best method when it comes to paying off your consumer debt? And this is funny because when people ask me, okay, maybe it's not funny. When people ask me what, like being interviewed on podcasts, like what are people saying when they come to work with me? This is one of the things that'll come up. It's like, hey, I am so over it and I need to get out of debt. And we have to impact like all of the mindset and all of the other things around it. But when you get just like tactical, what's the best debt payoff method? Now, yes, we do need to pay off our debt. If you've been around for a little bit, you know that we talk about like debt payoff is not the goal. And yeah, we'll just drop debt below and I'll link you a video that talks about that, why you shouldn't do that. But we can still be strategic because we should still work on paying off consumer debt. Okay. This is not one size fits all. Of course, this is what we talked about on Tuesday. Debt roll down, though, is my personal favorite. And here's why I feel like it's the best, because it gets you the win faster. Okay. And we talk about a lot, even when we talk about like why we don't focus on consumer debt, paying off debt is as a goal because we get stuck. We are not making the progress that we need to. Debt roll down does help with that. Okay. Because you see the progress faster. Here's how this works. You list out your debts in order from smallest overall debt to largest, okay? And you pay the minimums on all of them and you focus on paying off the smallest one first. Doesn't matter interest rate, etc. If you got two that are close, pick the one with the higher interest rate to pay off first, those type of situations. But you pay whatever you can. If you have extra that you can throw towards your debt, pay it all towards that lowest one. Then when that one's paid off, you take what the minimum payment was on that account and add it to the next one. Now, if you're inside Money Mastery Academy, there is a video where I visually show you how this works. And then, of course, you get the worksheet as well. But then you add it to the next one. Okay. So your minimum payment now that you're making was what the first account was and what the second account is. You've doubled it roughly, just, numbers, whatever it was on the minimum payment. So then you're paying off that one that much faster. When that one's paid off, you move it to the third one. Okay. So now you have the minimum payment for the first one, minimum payment for the second one, and a minimum payment for the third one. You see how it's creating that snowball is that's the popular term for it, is the debt roll down, debt snowball. Okay. The exceptions, there's not really a lot of exceptions. Sometimes when I'm focusing on what debt to prioritize, and again, if there's two that are close and I have one that maybe is like a medical debt or an interest-free debt, I'm going to pay the one that I'm paying interest on first versus the interest-free debt, paying it off first. But that's a debt roll down and you get the win faster because you gain momentum. You're focusing on the smaller debt and you see the win, you see the progress. And that is why debt snowball, debt roll down is so powerful and so effective. Debt avalanche is another one. And essentially, instead of ranking from lowest amount of your debt to highest amount of debt, you rank by interest rate, highest interest rate to lowest interest rate. So then you pay off the one with the highest interest rate, roll that payment into the next one. It's the same type process, but you're focusing on the interest rates versus the amounts. The reason why I don't love it, because again, you're not necessarily seeing progress faster, and I need you to get the win so you can stick with it. Also, when you're paying things off faster, focusing on the amount, you're going to make more progress on the interest. Yes, we're already paying interest, don't really want to pay more, but that's your other option. And then, of course, debt consolidation is a total separate video. I know that we've done episodes on that before, but for most people, debt consolidation is not a good idea because we have not changed the habits that we've made, the habits and the choices that we've made to get us to this point. We haven't changed those. So when you consolidate your debt, all you do is create another opportunity for you to get into that mess all over again. And that's what we have to focus on the root of it. Okay. Best debt payoff method, debt roll down / debt snowball, whatever you want to call it. If you have questions, drop them below. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.